What's going on YouTube? It's Ray. I know it's technically August now, but I'm just now getting around to my All-Star game, well, not game, but week recap. As you all know, it was in Cincinnati this year. Cincinnati is my hometown, so it really was kind of like my childhood dream come true, I guess. I got to see pretty much all the All-Stars up close, and it's not like I interacted with them, but like having them so close on the red carpet and stuff and in the city, it was really neat. Recommend it if it's close to a city near you. I recommend just going, and even just for Fan Fest or something, just checking out what they have. I met a lot of people from out of town during the week, and if it were closer within the next few years, I'd probably try to go. But next year, San Diego, and then Miami and DC, it's not really close. But anyways, I wasn't the most successful person by far compared to some of the other stuff I saw on Instagram and YouTube, but I definitely wanted to share because I had a pretty good week, I would say. First off, first day of Friday at FanFest, most of the people that had signings there were former players, mainly Reds, but some Hall of Famers mixed in. I have Ron Oster on this mini helmet. Was on the 1990 World Series team. I think that was his last year, actually. But that turned out pretty nicely. I didn't think to ask for an inscription or anything. That would have been cool if he put 90 World Series champs or something like that. But Ron Oster's from Cincinnati, so that was pretty neat. That was actually the only autograph I planned on getting that day. But I just happened to be walking by where MLB.com was doing like interviews and such that day, and saw on the sign that two Futures Game players were coming in early. I knew both of their names too, so it was cool. Sorry, I don't have cases for all of them. I got one in a cardboard box, so I'm trying to get the ball out. Because originally they weren't going to sign; they were just interviewed, but they came back out from their little area after their interviews were over, and they walked off because it wasn't like a mass crowd, but some people wanted autographs, including myself. So I was able to get Reds pitching prospect Amir Garrett, sweet spot on this baseball. Amir Garrett, actually, sorry for the shakiness, used to play basketball for St. John's. He's a really tall guy. Supposed to be the, well, at least before the Cueto trade, was the #1 left-handed pitcher in the Reds farm system. So that's pretty neat. And then hometown kid, Cubs prospect, most of you have probably heard of him by now, Kyle Schwarber. Also sweet spot on an official baseball. I kind of wish I had a better pen, but I'll show that one more time. But still, very happy to get him. It was a surprise, so that was nice. And then one more thing I picked up, not an autograph, but something I thought was really cool for $15, was this Major League Stadium passport. Guy from also from Cincinnati invented it and was selling it there. There's a little spot for your ticket. I don't know if you can see the plastic film, but let's see. It tells you about it, what it's for, the story for it, where to go get a validation stamp in each stadium when you visit, team addresses, that sort of thing. Folds out, at least I think it folds out. Folds out into a map with all the teams and shows how far apart they are. And then this is mainly what you do with it, validations. As you can see, I've already used it on July 22nd. You go get a stamp with the date, validating that you were there. And obviously the goal is to get all the stadiums in the country, well, and Toronto too. But you fill out this info about each game, and the main part of it is this, the highlight journal, just to help you remember who you were with, what you guys did, and why it was a good or bad experience. I'm really looking forward to using this again. I already filled out August 4th and 5th for when I know I'm going. And also, I used it for FanFest for a couple days, and I needed 3 tries, but I got the home run derby stamp in there on the 13th. I was able to go to the derby with my dad, and it was awesome. I was skeptical at first of the new system, but it made it so much better. I think it made it so much more exciting. So those are additional stamps, additional highlights if you want to write about stuff that's not a game, I guess, or you run out of room. And in the back, to kick off the autographs I got Saturday at FanFest, we have Marlon Anderson, former player, now working with MLB.com, that was there. Tom Browning, Reds pitcher back, I think he was on the 90 team, but he pitched a perfect game in 88. Futures game player, Bradley Zimmer, Indians outfield prospect. And then Nick Williams, who was with the Texas Rangers at the time, but now he's in the Phillies farm system after the Cole Hamels trade, I believe. So that's kind of cool. I mean, this is kind of a last resort if I don't have anything else for them to sign. But neat little product there. I was glad I picked it up. Also from Saturday, hang on one second. Besides Tom Browning, I did get Tom Browning on a Reds mini helmet, and he inscribed PG 91688. But unfortunately, it smeared in my drawstring bag a little bit. I thought it would be okay, but turns out most of the, well, I guess part of the T and most of the PG is gone. But, you know, whatever. It's still cool. I got him TTM, so it's not like I don't have any other Reds stuff that he's signed. Also on Saturday, some more futures game players that I wanted to get on baseballs. One of the top pitching prospects in the game right now, Lucas Giolito. He started the futures game. Supposed to be really good with the more he develops. He's in the national system. Personalized it too, Ray. He was personalizing everything. Not that I really mind, but I thought it was kind of funny because a guy I was near in line said he actually knows 2 guys back from his home, like in Virginia or something, that kept getting Giolito over and over again, and so he finally started personalizing everything. So that's kind of interesting. And then the other one from Saturday, you know what, I'm just not going to take it out of the box because I can't do it with one hand. He's in the majors now. He got called up last week, I want to say. Michael Conforto of the New York Mets. Smudged a little bit, but not a big deal. It was pretty cool to get him on a sweet spot. I only had so many baseballs, so I wanted to get Conforto and Giolito rather than Williams and Zimmer on baseballs. So that was a pretty good day at FanFest too. Sunday I wasn't really there. Sunday I was trying mainly to graph at the hotel when people were coming in. Came really close to getting Bryce Harper. He signed for like, I don't know, he signed probably 5 or 6 autographs, but I wasn't able to get one. The other people that signed that day were really late at like 2 in the morning from what I saw online. So I was long gone by then. I didn't bother, but it was still kind of cool seeing them come in. Then Monday, Home Run Derby. I was at FanFest and walked over towards the stadium to meet my dad there, but on the way I saw a bus outside the hotel and stopped and waited with people for them to come out. I was able to get one that day, AJ Pollock, on this All-Star game ball. I really hadn't heard of AJ Pollock before the All-Star rosters were announced, but he was a really nice guy. He signed for a lot of people and talked with us while he was signing. I don't know, just really friendly, and seemed like he was just extremely happy to be there. So I'll root for him the rest of his career. That was the only thing from Monday. Then moving on to Tuesday, that was the actual day of the All-Star game, and of course the red carpet earlier in the day, which was a lot of fun. First, from the red carpet, All-Star game ball with Salvador Perez, catcher for the Royals. I think he has a reputation for signing in person pretty well, or for a lot of people. Next, JD Martinez of the Tigers. He has a shot at being comeback player of the year if it's not A-Rod. There might be someone else I'm forgetting, but he's having a really good year, so that was pretty cool. And then this is just a normal ball, not a All-Star game ball, and side paneled, but no big deal. Glenn Perkins of the Twins. From what I heard, he wasn't really a friendly guy for the most part, so I was kind of surprised that he signed, but no matter. That's pretty cool. And then the main thing that got most people, well, for one thing, I had some family with me who were helping me because they wanted to go to FanFest afterwards. But my girlfriend actually painted me 2 canvases earlier for, I think it was our anniversary. And one of them had the All-Star Game logo on it, and it has a white background. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to take and get signed. And the marker, the blue one, it turned out okay. The black one did a lot better. But in the top left corner here, we had A.J. Pollock. All these are from the red carpet, by the way. So Pollock signed again, so that was really cool. Salvador Perez, Shelby Miller of the Braves, Manny Machado of the Orioles. Probably the biggest one on here. A.J. Burnett, the Pirates. J.D. Martinez, the Tigers. Jose Iglesias of the Tigers as well. And then Glenn Perkins of the Twins. And I'll zoom out for you. So that was really cool. I think that's going to look great hanged up eventually. Don't ever plan on moving it, especially since my girlfriend made it for me. So that makes it more personal. And yeah, that was the end of the week. It was an awesome week, even if I didn't. Besides the autographs, it was awesome seeing everything in my hometown. Would love to go to something like that again in the future. I know this was a long video, guys, but I wanted to share everything because I had a good week. So thanks for watching. I'll be uploading another TTM video pretty soon. Thanks.